Crystal Wilson.
Hello. It's my first time ever testifying, so I'm really nervous. But I just want to kind of share my thoughts on how the law of parties has affected my life personally. I'm a family member, I'm a loved one of Randy Halpern over on death row. And this law is so important to me in every way, because whenever you hear Texas 7, you don't think of Randy Halpern. You think of all 7 Texas 7 members. I want you to stick to that for a second for me, because I am here for Randy Halpern. And the problem whenever you join people in one trial is you have all 7 of those guys, and it was proven that Randy was not a shooter, and he was convicted under the law of parties, he and one of the other guys. So actually there were 5 shooters and 2 that weren't, and Randy was one of them. But because they combined trials, it's just a huge mess, and the law of parties is very unfair, extremely, for him to be convicted with the other shooters. And there was never a question. It was the point of him being there, and that's the problem. I also don't understand, like they were saying earlier, how it's so uneven justice, who gets the death penalty and who doesn't. You have numerous murderers over in general population that actually get to touch their loved ones. Yet I will never be able to touch Randy or hug him, or we get 5-minute phone calls every 90 days. That's 20 minutes a year of phone calls on death row. That's not right. When you don't commit a murder, but you're there, and you don't get to ever touch or talk to your loved ones the way that you deserve, is wrong. And luckily, they did just put in the prison phone system for regular inmates, but we still don't have those for death row guys. And it's wrong. And I was one of the faces, and actually I just came out in the open with this. You saw me here last week, and that was my very first hearing that I've ever attended. But I've been in the shadows because people are so judgmental. So judgmental. And it's just wrong. Because there's people like me that live here in Austin that you would never know is dealing with this every single day. I have to deal with this. But whenever you look at this bill and you try people together, it's not right. Because you don't think of Randy Halpern, you think Texas 7, and you think of the escape. But he was the youngest one. He was the 23-year-old that was in that group of guys. And he was not a shooter. Yet he's on death row right now, and he's been there since 2000. And every day it's like time ticking for him. And that's why I'm here today, because it's just so unfair. And I just want you to know there's family members out there living with this. It's like me. There's people at home living with this that you never see on TV, you never read in the newspapers. But there's a face to all of us, just like the Fosters, what they've dealt with. But anyway, I just wanted to say that, and thanks for listening. So.
Thank you very, very much, Ms. Wilson. Are there any questions, members? Thank you.